What's a Duck to Do? By Cynthia Platt. Duck was in a great mood. The sun was out, the water was warm, and she was ready to enjoy the day. What's a duck to do when she wants to have some fun? Go for a swim, of course. Duck splashed into the water and swam right into a tangle of pond grass. Maybe a quick flight around the pond would be better. Duck flew high into the air, but that didn't work out either. Duck thought for a second. What she really needed was a quiet stroll around the pond, but a group of ants wanted to take a quiet stroll all around her too. Duck was feeling stuck. It was still a beautiful day, but not for her. What else could a duck do for fun? She looked all around her. Then she got an idea. The toad seemed like she was having fun. Maybe Duck could hop around too. It turned out she was not very good at hopping, though. Duck heard the bluebirds singing in the tree. Singing seemed fun. When Duck tried to sing, though, no one wanted to listen. By then, Duck was feeling tired. She spotted a turtle lying in the sun relaxing. That looked amazing. Duck sat on a different log and tried to settle down. Duck was in a great mood again. The sun was out, the water was warm, and she was feeling ready for a brand new adventure. Caterpillar crawled around the garden, but she knew she wouldn't have to walk around on her legs forever. One day, I am going to fly, she said. Mouse scurried over. Fly, he said. But you're a worm. Worms can't fly. I'm not a worm, Caterpillar told him. Just you wait and see. When I have wings, I won't have to crawl around anymore, she said. But Rabbit was confused. When you have wings, she said. But aren't you a slug? Slugs can't fly. I'm not a slug, Caterpillar told her. Just you wait and see. Skunk joined Rabbit and Mouse. Where is that centipede going? He asked. I don't know, but she thinks she can fly, Mouse said. She's going to be very disappointed when she finds out she can't, Skunk added. Caterpillar just smiled. I'm not a worm, or a slug, or a centipede, she told them. I am a caterpillar, and one day I will fly. Just you wait and see. Caterpillar dangled upside down from a branch to rest. Very slowly, she began to build her cocoon. She doesn't look like she's feeling well, Mouse said. Maybe that's why she thought she could fly, Skunk replied. Soon enough, Caterpillar was in her cocoon. Mouse and Rabbit and Skunk were confused and maybe a little worried. Do you think she'll come out soon? Rabbit asked. I hope so, Mouse said. After a long, snug nap, Caterpillar was ready. She shimmied and shook until she was free of her cocoon. But she wasn't a caterpillar anymore. She was a butterfly. Wow, said Mouse. She really can fly, exclaimed Rabbit. I knew it all along, said Skunk. The animals gave a cheer as she flew high above them. Armadillo had a problem. It wasn't how strong his armor was. It was pretty strong, or how fast he could run. He was pretty fast. Or even how pointy his nose was. It was perfectly pointy. The problem was that he was supposed to be able to roll into a ball, and Armadillo couldn't quite get the hang of it. Watch what I do, his mom told him. Armadillo watched carefully as his mom curled up into a tight ball of armor. But when Armadillo tried, well, it didn't go as planned. All you have to do is think round thoughts, his dad told him, and then curl up in a ball. Armadillo tried to think of round things like the moon and his favorite rock. When he tried to roll up, though, he still couldn't make it work. Armadillo decided to take matters into his own hands. He jumped into the air and tucked himself in. He used a rock to push himself into a nice, even circle. This was getting frustrating. Then Armadillo had an idea. Maybe if he had something to roll down, he'd finally get it right. He thought about all the things he'd need to do to roll into a ball. Duck his head, tuck his legs, chuck his tail in. Armadillo took a deep breath. He could do this. He was right! His parents were waiting at the bottom of the hill. "You were on a roll," his dad said. "We knew you could do it," his mom said. Armadillo knew that he could do it too. The ocean was the perfect place for Seahorse to live. He was happiest among the heavy rocks and strong coral. It was his favorite place to watch kelp dance in the current. Seahorse's best friend Jellyfish floated around without a care in the world. "You should try floating," she told Seahorse. "It's relaxing." But Seahorse thought floating around looked scary. So Seahorse held on tight to whatever he could. He'd cling to the rocks, the coral, even the kelp sometimes. It felt safer to hold on to something. One day, a bad storm came. Seahorse was anxious. He wasn't taking any chances. He wrapped himself around a sturdy piece of kelp and held on tight. Seahorse was safe, but he could see that Jellyfish was not. The rough seas were carrying her away. Jellyfish might float away and never come back. As Seahorse watched his friend struggle, he made a decision. No matter how scary it was, he had to help Jellyfish. He breathed deeply through his gills and let go of the coral. "Hold on," he called. "I'm coming." At first, he worried the current would carry him away too. He'd never been so scared in his whole life. But he grabbed hold of Jellyfish's tentacles and held on tight. Together, they wrapped themselves around the strong coral and held on. The storm swirled around them, but they were safe and sound. Finally, the sea was calm again. "That was scary," Jellyfish said. "Thank you for saving me." Seahorse felt brave for doing that. If he could let go during the storm, maybe he could do it now too. Seahorse looked at Jellyfish floating in the current. It didn't look so scary anymore. "I'd like to try floating with you," Seahorse told his friend. "Great, hold on," she said. Together they floated and danced around the sea.